in the NBA. For our producer Rodney Vaughn, our director Billy Proctor, Corey Alexander, and Cassidy Hubbard, I'm Ryan Rucco saying thanks for watching and so long from Boston. Now let's head back to the studio.
All right, we got Victor Wembanyama coming up, trying to avenge the loss to the Grizzlies from a couple days ago, and no Ja Morant on the other side.
How is that going to affect the Memphis Grizzlies here, Brian?
Well, they're going to have a good game.
Let's go to the Garden here. The Minnesota Timberwolves in action against the New York Knicks. Anthony Edwards, oh my! Anthony Edwards, he likes the rims in New York.
You know who else was in action, Malika?
Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's check in on them now. Giannis attacking the rim, throws it down with one hand.
Big fella. Throw it down, big fella. Throw it down.
Milwaukee up double digits in this one. Let's check in on the Eastern standings now. The Cavaliers still sit atop, but the Boston Celtics 5.5 games back.
Closest they've been in a while, actually.
And then the New York Knicks sitting pretty at
How about the Bucks at 4 after their debacle start?
Well, Milwaukee trying to climb their way, and they have climbed their way back into this playoff picture. But tonight is all about Victor Wembanyama. He doesn't get to get his revenge here on Ja Morant in this one, but his matchup with Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey, will be interesting nonetheless. Let's get you out to tip-off between the San Antonio Spurs and Memphis Grizzlies after this.
The NBA on ESPN is presented all season long by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome everyone to San Antonio, where the soon-to-be itinerant San Antonio Spurs prepare passports for Paris, some 5,100 miles away. But first, a little bit of domestic chores to take care of. Here in San Antonio, we welcome you to NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. It's the second meeting of the season against the Memphis Grizzlies in the last 3 days. Let's take some inventory as we approach the midway point of the NBA's regular season. Despite the litany of injuries, Memphis stands in third place. San Antonio, meanwhile, with 19 wins, have won almost as many games as they have all of last year. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, courtside, along with Doris Burke, Katie George joining us in just a moment. Memphis without Ja Morant. We'll have more on that in just a bit with Katie. But Doris, the good news is that Jaren Jackson Jr. is playing every game this year. He's having a career season, and he might be their most consistent player.
There's no doubt he's their most consistent. You think back to a year ago, he played so much of the year without Ja and Desmond Bane, their top two offensive options. This guy has been a defensive player of the year, but last year, his highest usage on the offensive end, got used to the basketball in his hands, has developed new skills. He's got a league-leading 79 floaters, and they've got a new offense. We've got a lot to see with Memphis.
Meanwhile, for the San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama might be the most unique player in the NBA. Okay, that's not a stretch, but he's putting up unique numbers, Doris, to back that claim up.
I wouldn't argue with you for a second if you called him the most unique. The only player in the league with 110 threes, 100 blocks to go with that. 7'3", loves the face-up. He's cataloging what teams are doing to him defensively. But this young man is special, and we are thrilled to watch him in person, because I think you got to see him live to understand the impact he's having.
Time for tonight's starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. And a change in the starting lineup, as we alluded to a moment ago. Luke Kennard getting the start of the injured Ja Morant with Desmond Bane in the backcourt. Jalen Wells, the impressive rookie, on the front line with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey. Meanwhile, CP3 right there in the backcourt with Stephon Castle leading the way. Harrison Barnes on the front line with Wembanyama as well, and Devin Vassell for the San Antonio Spurs. Memphis winning the game on Wednesday between these two crews by 14 points, courtesy of a strong second half. It's not often that these two guys look an opponent in the night, Doris, but they did right there.
So true.
7